Hello everyone, this is really long overdue. Honestly, I've had a lot of resistance towards making videos over the last God knows how many months, but just because I haven't been making content and putting my face on the internet, that doesn't mean that I haven't been working my ass off and still fulfilling this mission that is behind Hendrick. I've been working pretty relentlessly, to be fair. I just haven't been making content, but for me, I know that the tasks that I have the most resistance to doing are the ones that I need to do the most, basically. But I've told myself I was going to make this video today or tomorrow, literally for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I was meaning to make content for ages before then, but that doesn't matter because I'm here, I'm back finally, and I've been really busy, actually, believe it or not. I've put in hundreds, if not thousands, of hours at this point, burnt myself out a couple of times, taken resets, really navigated this whole entrepreneurship business thing. Just as I was kind of hit my peak, just fuckery basically. I took a little break. I went and stayed on a farm in Switzerland and just had a bit of a reset and sort of reassessed everything. And yeah, I'm back. I will be making, well, I've already filmed the videos, but I'll be sort of releasing videos from that trip moving forward. But I just kind of figured that for now, this is kind of needed, to be honest. So what have I been working on? Honestly, in January, I soft launched Hendrick Academy and got a few people in and ran the program kind of, and sort of really figured out what does work and what really doesn't work. And for me, what I'd had built was kind of everything that I wanted it to not be, if that makes sense. I wanted the academy to be very learn by doing, very kind of practical and actionable, and kind of engaging almost, and something that you engage with and you do and you go along with. Whereas what I'd built was something very more academic, which wasn't really the intended purpose. So I'd built this huge ass program, which is still really valuable, and I'll probably still just keep it for free inside the school or whatever. But it was very centered around creating a business plan rather than actually creating a business. So I've completely rebuilt it. I'm in the process of kind of putting the courses together. They're kind of getting close to being ready, to being finished. I'm planning on relaunching at the end of June. I'm thinking around the weekend of like the 28th, I think. That's when I kind of want to relaunch everything. So I've got about a month to put everything in place, start making videos again, and just warm myself up, because I've been just so fucking quiet on the internet for pretty much the whole year, to be fair. I've just been dealing with a lot of things in my personal life, but I'm kind of on the other side of them now, which feels amazing. And I feel like while I've had so much resistance towards making videos and doing this kind of stuff, I currently feel more driven than ever, because I've kind of really thought I was defeated for a long time, within myself and within this whole mission, and it kind of got to the kind of messy middle where you've kind of got the idea, and I don't know, it's hard to explain the position I've been in for the last year, but that doesn't matter because I'm here at the end of the day and we're moving forward. So in addition to Hendrick Academy, I've also been building out Hendrick Mastermind, which is essentially Hendrick Academy, the same programs, teaching you, if you don't know what's in the school, basically I teach you how to build, grow, and scale an online business if you're a musician. It's kind of a different take to what everyone else is doing in the industry, because what I've seen in the industry at sort of music business colleges, schools, and online programs and courses and stuff, it's very music industry-ish, which is very useful. I'm not dissing it at all, but they don't actually teach you the modern tech side of things, going into detail about building websites, automations, things like sales, because selling to artists is just a whole different ballgame, honestly. So that's kind of what I'm trying to encapsulate within Hendrick Academy. But the thing is I could have taught you how to build a business, because obviously I've built one, but then growing and scaling it, I couldn't really do that until I've done it. But now I feel like I have somewhat done it. I'm able to actually teach it because I've got some level of experience, and I know exactly now how to grow and scale my business and how I've built my business, rather than just having a concept that kind of works in my own head. Basically, yeah, basically I've just been completely destroying everything and just rebuilding it because I have such high standards for my work, and I really want this to be something great, something that's genuinely going to change the industry. And I genuinely believe that it will change the industry because, again, the kind of stuff that's in here just isn't anywhere else, and it's really seems to be something that people need. And yeah, I think it's needed in 2025 in the music industry. But I think I went on a tangent, but basically Hendrick Mastermind is essentially the academy, but with me walking you through it one-to-one, and it's more of like a consultancy interaction for a few months. And I've kind of just been rebuilding the whole thing, but don't worry about any of that yet because I can waffle about it forever, but at the end of the day, you'll just see it unfold, and you might not even know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if that is the case, that is completely fine. So I've also been leaning more heavily into music, which honestly feels fucking amazing. I've literally played guitar more. I've practiced guitar more and more constructively and more efficiently, and just more time wise in the last month/6 weeks. But I'd say about a month than I genuinely have in 2 years. Right now, I'm at about practicing an hour a day, which for me, I didn't even touch them for months and months. I just couldn't. I had this just block in me that just couldn't go anywhere near a musical instrument. And the fact that I'm now playing guitar for over an hour a day, and I've got a really sick teacher, and yeah, everything's kind of falling into place in that respect. Basically, what I'm currently learning now is, because I'm one of those guitar guys that's sort of only ever lived on the bottom two strings, and I'm just trying to figure out how to turn up my interface without having a huge echo through this. So I've been one of those people that only plays on the bottom three strings because I always learn how to play my favorite songs, which is great because I can play my favorite songs. But then when it came to writing my own music, I was absolutely clueless. So a lot of what I'm doing now is just A, learning music theory, which I'm picking up, and B, just unlearning old habits. So for me, a big problem was when kind of going up the fretboard. I'll just do something like. That was just a horrible example because I felt pressure because the camera's on. But basically, I've just learned so many bad habits. So when I come down, I always lift my fingers right off and have like all of these insane exaggerated movements. And that was pointless getting the guitar out, but that's my first step of incorporating more music into the channel. Basically, I've picked up a shitload of bad habits over the last few years, and now I'm working through unlearning them and just improving my overall music ability. So yeah, guitar I've been just rinsing the shit out of. I've also been doing vocal lessons for about 6 months now with my teacher. He's called Jamie. He's in a Linkin Park tribute band, and he's also just set up a whole new band, but we can get to that another time. And yes, I've been going into vocals, screaming, of course, because I'm a metalhead, and singing and then mixing them both together. And I've also been doing a lot of music production. So I basically have been doing evening classes at this adult college near me in music production, and taking one-to-ones with one of my mastermind clients, Simon, in production. So I've been layering up loads of just kind of ambient sounds, the kind of sound that I'm going for, because currently I'm still trying to discover my sound. That's something that I'm exploring and developing. That's why I don't really post much music, because the business just took over for years in terms of just my entire creative brain. And B, I just haven't really found my sound yet. You know, like I said, I spent ages learning all of my favorite songs, but then that kind of meant that I didn't really feel like I had my sound, which I've just said 1,000 times. So yeah, that's just another thing I've been working on. And if you are a music nerd, and if you're still watching this, I'm going for something that's really heavy, but also melodic and ambient, and just have like a beautiful soundscape that's all at the same time, like crushing and intense kind of thing. Like say like brutality meets sort of beauty, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of what I've been doing, learning how to produce, learning how to mix master. Not that I'm any good at it yet, and yeah, so music has kind of become a huge forefront again for me, which is amazing because for so long I was thinking to myself like I'm running a music business, but I don't have any music and I'm not doing any music, and yeah, it was just a strange time. But I think honestly, while the business had to be born and kind of take shape over the last kind of 2 years, it kind of pushed music out slightly, I would say. Maybe mainly over the last year, actually. The first year I was pretty on it. But yeah, I've just had other things in my life take over my mind and my creativity and ultimately my time, which is, you know, something that everyone wishes they had more of. So yeah, in terms of music, it's become a priority again. Literally, music and business is how I just divide my time, and yeah, I'm really happy on that front. I feel like I'm really improving as a musician, and I really can't wait to kind of bring more of that into this, basically, because that's what I was really missing for so long. I don't know. I just was too afraid to kind of do this, and felt like people wouldn't want to watch shit like this. So I was just really trying to get everything perfect and be like factual and just like be kind of, because I'm an educator, but I feel like the way that I was posting educational videos, they were just kind of like chat GPT videos. You know, I'm not saying that I wrote all of them with chat GPT. Obviously it helped, but it's just kind of just basic information that didn't really resonate. You know, what I want to do is actually create an audience, a community essentially, and I want to teach and inspire people. But you can't just do that while reading a scripted video about just some points that you made up off the top of your head. Because part of what I've been really struggling with over the last few weeks as well with recording this video is I'm recording 3 today, and well, I was meant to be recording 3 today, but the third one, it was just some like why musicians or how musicians market themselves wrong in 2025, and that's what I finally came to. And I was going around in circles about what to do, but even then this morning, so I was meant to record these videos this morning, and it's now 6:30 in the afternoon, and I've just been literally fighting my own brain at my desk to record these videos. But then I finally had a moment where, oh, I know why I'm fighting myself and why I'm not doing this, because what I was doing with that video was falling back into my old style of content and falling back into basically my comfortable familiarity instead of stepping into something new and different and ultimately uncomfortable. So I was just avoiding that and falling back into my own ways my old ways while trying to develop myself, you know? So it's kind of pulling myself forward and backwards at the same time. So I kind of scrapped that video. I do like the concept and I feel like I could make something of it, but I scrapped that video for now. I'm basically, tomorrow, my friend, she's playing a set at this rave called Orbital Gathering, and so is Simon, my tutor slash mastermind client. So yeah, I might just make a little vlog of that. I've got some footage of working at Simon's studio and stuff, so I was just gonna make just more of like a lifestyle video, I think. And the next video that I've filmed today as well, you'll also see that. So basically, I'm just trying to bring more of my life into this content instead of having this really kind of like stone frozen, you know, awkward position trying to regurgitate information that I've read or that I've scripted, just chatting and building an audience, you know, and just getting to know people, building a community and everything else in between. And I've really got some huge life changes coming up, honestly. So I've literally today, well, yesterday, but I finished it yesterday, but I'll upload it today. I've applied, I've submitted for my visa to move to the Netherlands, to move to Amsterdam in October, and a huge life changing opportunity has come up regarding that move. I'm not going to spill the beans yet, but all I'm saying is if I can pull this off and if everything goes to plan, the entire trajectory of not only my life and business but my music career, my musicianship, and just everything that I'm working on, like my entire mission will just completely go to the moon. Basically, it's genuinely life changing, and yeah, I've got a lot of I'm very emotionally invested in this opportunity right now, but again, I'm not going to spill the beans until things are finalized and confirmed, because yeah, no one wants to do that. So yeah, I'm fucking gassed for that, and it's just one of those things where in the last video I mentioned that it's really felt like over the last year my life has just completely fallen apart and set on fire, but at the same time it's just fallen back into place, and kind of there's just a new sense of life within me, honestly, which is amazing, because I was really down for a long time. It was horrible, but I've learned so much and I've grown so much, and now I've just got this drive to get shit done, because I feel like I've lost months of time. Well, I haven't, because I've been figuring myself out and navigating these awful things, and also still grinding away with the business. But now I just feel like I'm a completely different person. I genuinely feel like I'm the version of myself that's capable of making said opportunity that I mentioned previously happen, or bring the business to the heights that it really should be. Because, you know, this isn't just a project. This isn't just something that's cute and fun or a side hustle. Like, this is my entire fucking life. And, you know, what I'm planning, if it doesn't work, I am fucked, honestly. I'm like I said, I'm relaunching the academy and the mastermind at the end of June, and I've poured so much into this, so much, and yeah, I really need to make it happen. This video will either age horribly or amazingly well, because I'm literally at a crossroads where, you know, the next few months are gonna decide whether or not I can make that opportunity that I mentioned happen. And it's literally down to the next, yeah, literally right now. And I'm really working my ass off and just pouring everything I have into making this happen, because it's exactly what I need, and I really just need to get out of here, honestly. I love being at home and I love seeing my family and friends and all of that sort of stuff, but I just don't feel like I belong here right now. And I just feel as if my soul just belongs somewhere else. I really, yeah, just do not feel like I belong here right now, and it's been very difficult, to be honest. But like I said, I'm working on getting myself away from this and just pursuing my dreams, basically. And yeah, so I'm back, basically, and I'm actually doing shit, because for most of the winter I was just grinding in my bedroom, and it's kind of hard to make content when you just sat on your laptop every day, just typing away, making things, you know. Yeah, it was just, I was just closed away, isolated from the world, and while it was, you know, torture at times, I've 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 rebirthed myself, shall we say. And yeah, I'm back doing this. Basically, I know that my kind of mental health is in order and that my life is in order when I'm making content, because it's only when things get too much or everything just sets on fire that I just can't make content. So the fact that I'm here making this is a huge sign to myself that, you know, I'm back on track and I'm kind of out of the woods and things are falling back into place. So over the summer I've got some amazing festivals coming up, and I'm also teaching and mentoring on this business scholarship at my university in Bristol. And I've got quite a few projects I'm working on, and obviously I'll be relaunching the academy and the mastermind and building up towards this earth-shattering opportunity that I mentioned. So yeah, if you're still watching this, thank you. I don't even know how long I've been waffling for. 22 minutes. So yeah, I'm just as impressed as you might be that you're here. It means a lot. And yeah, I think this is it. You know, I've tried and failed. I've tried and failed so many fucking times, but I genuinely feel like now is the time. I feel like this is finally where things work and where things happen and where things fall into place. Like I said, this video will either age terribly or tremendously well. I guess I'll just have to look back in a couple months and see what the outcome was. But yeah, if you're still here, thank you. I'm completely redoing this YouTube channel thing. I'm completely bringing myself back from the dead, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the year has in store for myself, the people around me, my brand, and all else in between. If you're part of this journey, I am immensely grateful. So I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for all of your continued support, and I'm really excited to see just how much we can grow, hopefully together, in the future and in the coming time. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.